Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. We begin in Mali, where the military government has announced the dissolution of all political parties. Why does this matter? The decision was first proposed by a national conference of political actors in Mali. When the recommendation was made public last month, it spurred unprecedented protests in the capital, Bamako. Protests in Bamako earlier this month saw several hundred critics carrying placards displaying messages that called for multi-party elections. Tuesday's announcement of the dissolution of political parties now means there will be no room for multi-party activities in the coming months and years. Military leader Assimi Goïta has been recommended by the National Conference of Political Actors to be named president with a 5-year mandate. Goïta seized power in the West African country after coups in 2020 and 2021. Tanzania is gearing up for elections in October this year, but the political scene is getting tense with strings of political arrests. On Tuesday, an opposition politician was arrested and detained at the Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam as he prepared to leave the country for a conference in Brussels. So why does this matter? DW's Naomi Joseda provides some details.
The latest arrest involves Amani Golugwa, the Deputy Secretary General of the opposition party Chadema. Golugwa was released on bail a few hours after his arrest and the detention, but authorities claim he violated the travel regulations. They also accused him of existing and re-entering the country improperly. Last month, Chadema party leader Tundu Lissu was also arrested and charged with treason for pushing electoral reforms under the slogan "No reforms, no election," shortly after Chadema was disqualified from participating in the October vote. Some critics of the government see recent arrests of opposition politicians as attempts to silence them ahead of the general elections. But here is a bigger question. While President Samia Suluhu Hassan had initially been welcomed as a reformist, her critics now argue that the gap between her promises and actions is growing wider as the elections approach. Her government's commitment to democratic freedoms and civil rights is now under scrutiny.
And finally, US President Donald Trump on Wednesday met with Syria's transitional leader Ahmed al-Sharaa in Saudi Arabia. This meeting followed the unexpected announcement that the US would lift all sanctions on the Islamist-led government. Despite concerns within his administration over the Syrian leader's former ties to al-Qaeda, Trump said on Tuesday in Riyadh that he would lift sanctions on Syria.
I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness.
Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan joined Trump and Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman virtually in the meeting. So why does this matter? This is seen as a major political shift for America, and the lifting of sanctions came despite deep Israeli suspicion of al-Sharaa's administration. US officials also had similar worries about al-Sharaa. The latest decision is a major boost for al-Sharaa, who has been struggling to bring the country under control after toppling former President Bashar al-Assad in December. And that's all we had for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment and do share, like, and subscribe to our channel DW Africa. I'm Lucy Riley.